When we are in a relationship, we feel love and show love in different ways. They say men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But is this really true? No. Different love languages come from the love that we were showed and felt as a child. This kind of love can be distributed to both men and women. Take yourself in your daily week with your loved one. It's Sunday, you both have the day off, and you want to do something, but not too much, but you just want to feel loved. What is it that you want for your partner to do or say that day to make you feel loved by them? I once read a book called The Five Love Languages by Gary D. Chapman. This book explained that you give love and feel loved in five diverse ways. The five types of love languages include words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. After reading the book, I discovered that my primary love language was quality time, and my fiance's primary love language was words of affirmation. I wondered if it were possible for both of us to speak the same love language, although he is a man and I a woman. I realized that some of the love language have feminine aspects to them, as well as some have masculine aspects. I do believe that men and women can speak different love languages, but I want to show you that it's possible for them to speak the same love language as well. A little more detail into the types of love languages. Words of affirmation is basically being praised, hearing positive words. These words should confirm, support, and assure a person. When it comes to someone whose primary love language is words of affirmation, love and talk is not cheap. The love they love compliments, heartfelt gratitude, and how much they mean to someone. For an example, if your partner or spouse finally put together that baby crib that you've been asking them to do all week, when they finally have it done, they want to hear praise, like, "Thank you, the crib looks amazing. You worked so hard and did a wonderful job." This is how your partner will feel loved. By hearing those words, they feel like you care and that they mean something to you. Affirmation words can make anyone feel special or feel of importance, but to them it means so much more. It means that you need them, want them, and of course that you love them. According to the book, "100 Words of Affirmation Every Husband and Wife Wants to Hear," both men and women love and appreciate words of affirmation. Quality time is another primary love language. This one seems self-explanatory. Someone whose love language is quality time, they enjoy being around their spouse, friends, family, or anyone they care about. When you make the time and effort to be with or around them, they feel loved because they mean something to you. It doesn't have to be anything crazy like an event or anything, but it does get a little deeper than that though. When someone in love is spending quality time with you, they want your full, undivided attention with no distractions. Watching television together is not quality time. It's spending time together, but it's missing the quality in it. Let's say you take them out to dinner, but you're still in work mode, answering phone calls, replying to work emails. Someone whose love language is quality time won't feel loved. They'll feel the complete opposite, because you're putting your work first instead of them. Quality time for them doesn't have to be a trip or a date night. It could simply mean sitting with each other, talking about your day with eye contact and no interruptions. Quality time is something that most of us want as a child. We want to feel as an importance to our family, and spending time together is a way of showing that. A lot of parents feel the need to spend quality time with their children to watch and help them grow. Acts of service is another love language. This one includes things like doing the laundry, cleaning the house, taking the kids to school. It is basically doing things that your partner would love for you to do. For them, actions speak louder than words. They feel loved by you doing things to serve them and help them amongst their day. Here's where things can get a little tricky. For an example, your wife has worked all day and then she comes home and spends hours working on her thesis for grad school. And now she's finally in the room relaxing. She calls for you to come and relax with her, but your response is, "Go ahead, go to sleep. I'm going to do the dishes from dinner and do some laundry." You feel great. You know she's had a long day, so you want to do all the chores for her because you love and appreciate all her challenging work. Little do you know your wife's love language isn't acts of service. It's quality time. Although she may appreciate you finishing the chores, all she wants right now is your undivided attention and for you to ask her about her day. That would show that you love and care for her. Next, there's receiving gifts. Don't mistake this for materialism. It's far from it. The receiver of the gift thrives on love and thoughtfulness and effort put into the gift. For some, receiving gifts is more than it's a visible symbol of love because it speaks the loudest. A gift is something that you can hold in your hands and keep forever. Receiving a gift shows that someone is thinking of you. This, as well as the other love languages, are learned and developed when you're a child. Someone who was an only child of two hardworking parents may have felt the most loved by the gifts they received from them. Due to their parents' long hours at work, quality time was not something easily given by them. From business trips and the money saved from working, gifts, cards, and little souvenirs were something that they had to offer to show their child that they were thought of, loved, and cared for. On the other hand, the youngest child of 5 may have not received many gifts growing up because money was tight with so many children to take care of, but was shown love in a different way by their family. So they developed an alternative love language. These types of scenarios can happen to both boy and girl children. When they become an adult and learn to love as men and women, they can both feel love through receiving gifts. Finally, the last love language is physical touch. Probably the language most influenced by our parents growing up. Touch is the first form of communication received from birth. This love language both my fiance and I found to be our secondary love language. We both believed that physical touch was something that we needed in our lives to feel loved by one another. According to Gary D. Chapman, numerous research projects in child development have made the conclusion that babies who are held, stroked, and kissed develop a healthier emotional life than those who are left for extended periods of time without physical contact. As an adult, holding hands, kissing, embracing, and sexual intercourse are all ways of communicating emotional love. For some, physical touch is a primary love language, and without it, they would feel unloved. Sometimes it's hard to express love as well as other feelings with words. A simple thing such as a hug or a pat on the back can mean so much to someone whose primary love language is physical touch. All these languages, thoughts, and traits are developed over time and usually start at a young age. People speak the love language that they were shown most as a child, but they may also speak the love language that they weren't shown. For example, a young boy growing up who exceeded in academics and in sports, but got little praise or encouragement from their parents and family, may seek that proclamation in their adult relationships. Thus, they develop words of affirmation as their love language. Of course, just like personalities, likes, and dislikes, people's love languages can change over time, but they all had a root of where it started from, and it starts from your childhood as young as even as a baby. From the first time we were felt loved by our parents. So whether or not you are male or female, one of these 5 love languages you can relate to. None are specifically for a man or for a woman. With all this information I've provided, as well as examples, it's clear that men and women do speak different love languages. All people do, but it's possible for a man and woman to speak the same love language.